honor team update from our non-meeting that we didn't have. January 7th, 2011, so everybody's up to speed. Why are we doing this? We've gotten that question a couple of times. Everybody in the leadership role here needs to have a very solid answer to this question. We had an amazing first half of the year. The school is on fire. We are rocking. We want to leverage that excitement and turn it into renewed and inspire relationships of people who we have lost that will eventually enable us to raise a fair bit of change for the school. I'm going to add a fourth goal to that. I want to do it in a way that leaves us better off with each other and the school than when we started it. Please, I will remind us probably every time I speak as a group here that we're doing this because we love our kids. We want their school to be outstanding. Everything else comes second. Ego, politics, the way it should be done, the way it has been done, all of that. I'm going to step all over it because I don't have the script. I don't know how it's supposed to be done. I've never done this before. So please forgive me in advance for everything that I am messing up and will mess up, certainly. But if we can all keep our eyes on the goal, please, and just say, okay, well, that email was ridiculous. Why did he send that? Well, he did because he cared about his kids and he wants the school to be awesome, and we don't know any other way. So please forgive me in advance, and I will ask all of us to do that for each other. Remember, we all have jobs in our business, in our school, at homes. We're all volunteering, even the professional staff. Their job is to run the school and take care of our kids, not to throw parties. Please keep that in mind. What are we doing? We're building a list. It's the most important thing in any marketing or fundraising activity. The list, the list, the list, the list. And so a lot of what we're going to be doing is about how do we get people to plug back in and give us their email address or giving their mailing address. You'll see about that in a minute. We're going to create hoopla. We need to give people a reason to come someplace and give us their name and their information and eventually buy tickets and make a donation. They have to have a reason. Remember, Bing, you went to the site for a reason. We need to give people a reason to be excited about. So we'll be launching the Raise the Ruach video competition. More about that in a second. Why are we doing all that? To create a backdrop of excitement and energy so that when Eileen and her team of assassins picks up the phone call and calls someone and asks for a donation, that phone call comes in the context and in an environment of excitement and enthusiasm for the school that makes someone subconsciously want to be a part of that and give money. So there are two types of solicitations. I'll talk about that in a minute. Sponsorship and tributes. They talk to two different audiences. We will sell out tickets for an evening. We'll show on a great show that highlights our school and highlights its excellence and highlights that Ruach, recognizes and give kavod to the donors and the sponsors and the tributes and the honorees, and we will follow up until we reach our annual goal of $613,000, which we will do this year. The campaign, divide up in two groups. There are people who give $1,000 and up. Those are donors, and they will be recognized in a certain way. And I also want to put the seed out there that for segments of our community that might be out of reach individually, it certainly can be in reach collectively. So a classroom might come together, a group of parents might come together to make a donation in honor of the X grade whatever at a certain level. I want to put that bug in people's brains. Tributes, smaller level donations, although not insignificant amounts, that people can make to honor our honorees, that will receive a star that has X number of characters to make a little message in a program next to the honoree's name. Everything, all of that, all of those pieces built on the theme of Raise the Ruach. Ruach being spirit, wind, soul, excitement, cheerleading. Launching from Psalms 51:12, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast ruach within me. Now, I'm not saying that that necessarily has to be printed on an invitation, on their invitations, or necessarily printed on a mural, but that spirit does. And as all of those who are involved in the creative effort are beginning whatever, whether it's picking songs or picking colors or whatever it is, please come back to this theme as we tell our story. Evening of Honor will roughly look like a VIP donor reception prior to the show. For our VIPs only, we'll probably have heavy food for them. 7 p.m. the tribute experience and recognition of people to come in and get their program and look at the walls and look at the posters, come in and look at the videos on the screen. Will be about 7 o'clock. At 7:30 the show starts. Boom. And at 8:40 dessert and coffee. Those who wish to stay, those who need to leave, because it is Wednesday night, will need to go. All right. Our Solicitor General, Eileen Snow Price, has been extremely busy. We've met several times. She's pulled together her team. She's pulled together the donation level. She's identified the benefits for each level. And she's now working on the hit list to reach $613,000. and will be presented to us on January 19th. Your name is on the list. All right. What are people want to know? What do they get and what does it look like? This is what it looks like. So very quickly, if you'll just start over here, these are the donor sponsors. These are the tributes. Donors and sponsors get certain numbers of Evening of Honor tickets. The VIP reception starting at $5,000 and above. All donors get poster recognition. That's some type of physical name recognition for that evening in the atrium, whether it's posters or hanging from the wall or banners. All of that's Debbie's working on. Representation in printed real estate in the program. Quarter page ads, half page ads, full page ads. It's not an ad journal. We're not running out there selling ads, but donors at certain levels also get recognition with a certain ad. You understand the nuance? The nuance there. Video honor scrolls, video still shots before the show, and live action videos for folks at certain levels. And Ori's going to produce videos for our top donors. Premium seating, a art piece encompassing our logo by Lynette Joel, and VIP parking. VIP parking. So that's what the package looks like for the donors. Our tributes down here are specifically for the honorees. So you can give a star. It has a certain number of characters. You can have 36 characters to say something nice about Sharon Sarnat, and that star will go in the program next to her name, and like a wall of stars or a sky full of stars in the program. So what we've created here is designed for something to be within reach of the vast majority of folks. Should be able to come together and recognize their colleagues, their friends, their teachers here, and then over even here for folks who want to get together, who individually may not be something that's doable, but certainly could come together as a class and do something together. Tickets, there's a debate whether or not it should be one price or different tiers. I'm open until we print something next week. That's still a conversation we can have. On the one hand, do you want to have paid $60 and then be stuck up in the last row of the balcony because you came late? Or maybe that's just the price of coming late. Or do we want to have a ticket at a lower price for someone who really that's just a stretch to do, and they would really appreciate, they want to be a part of it, and the lower the ticket price is possible. So I'm not really sure on what the answer to that is. You let me know. Our acting dean of alumni affairs, Andrea Slomka, has pulled together her team, has met with her, has identified a concept for tributes for each of the honorees, the minuet dance for Sharon Sarnat, H.H. Chayil for Hannah Seaman, and Ephraim Frankel life book lessons. Those tributes and how they look on stage are in the works. And Karen Chen, our publishers, clarified our print media is sketching out a program, again, that contains the ads that we talked about. Those ads that real estate is for sale to companies who don't make donations to a campaign but can buy an ad. So that's an important distinction when talking about companies and what they can do versus what an individual will do. Next, she's working on an outline of the program. Will be draft presented to us on the 19th at the big meeting on January, and working on an invitation and postcard piece that's going to go out next week. Our Chief Operating Officer of the evening, Natasha Leibowitz, has pulled together an amazing team to handle all the logistics of the evening and is working on the master plan to be presented on January 19th. Natasha, you're amazing. All right, heads of catering, Shelley Feldman, Tova Cohen, working on the catering plan ideas, sketching out January 19th. We still have time to pull that together. Director of VIP Services, Michelle Hirsch, thank you very much. Credentials, bling, escorts, possible art print by Lynette Joel, Kavod Wall, how all these elements come together to appropriately recognize the VIPs. Donors, what is appropriate and what is just not, appreciated. We've got Michelle's great head focused on that. Working with other EOH team on the plan for recognition of the VIPs. Adam Slutsky, our sheriff, working on a plan for logistics with Evie and Debbie to make sure that everybody doesn't hate us because they get stuck waiting for their cars. That's not going to happen. Our head of interior design, Debbie Derby, has walked the school, outlined a flow plan. We're working on a design plan and that will, one element of it be a permanent mural for the lunchroom as a focal point feature, building off the Ruach theme. Aaron Lipson, our ticket master, working with Sue and Fran to make sure we've got the right technology in place to plug it in to a new campaign. into the campaign and into the website, which I'll show you in just a second. Jody Fleisig has rallied her Ruach Swa, the BIS committee, the butts and seats, and is standing by ready to pounce next week on our launch. She's building that network tree to kind of divide out the constituencies so everyone gets a personal contact to drive excitement and traffic to the GHA Ruach actually it will be .org right now. You can go look at it at gharuach.com. It is just a rough draft. And it will come together early next week. It's the home base for the Ruach campaign. We're going to build energy with the video competition and ask people to post videos of what GHA Ruach means to them, recognizing our sponsors, selling tickets, and connecting with lost alumni. The show, Mira and I have exchanged had several conversations, and we're going to meet next week to start sketching out the program and scripting the program. We have met with a production team to bring professional light, sound, video to this, to bring it up several notches. I mean, just from what's in the theater, what's there in the theater. The amazing Chief Registrar Daniel Amdor has cracked the code on the Donor Connect, has unlocked data we didn't know existed, has shown us how we can plug this all into the site, the campaign, and RemWeb, and is pulling some pieces together. That's the end of this update. I want to invite everybody, get your Ruach to our big live important meeting, January 19th, 8:15 at the school. Be there. Put it on your calendar right now, January 19th, 8:15. We will launch next week, somewhere in that January 10th. We will drive traffic to gharuach.com. Ori's Save the Date video is there. Go check it out. It's really super cool. And we'll get the TVs in the lobbies, hopefully the carpool signs, all focused on this with driving traffic to that website and people to save the date. So this Sunday after Shabbos, if you would please make yourself a video. We have that when this site goes live, we got to make sure that it is seeded with samples, examples. When people go there, they got to have something to see, and they're going, "Ooh, I want to do that." So please make a video. And there are instructions on actually how to do that on the site. And don't worry, if you have no clue how to do this, if you have a camera that was made in the last 5 years, a little point and shoot thing, it probably has a video function to it. You can simply take a little video of you and your kids saying what GHA means to you, and that's it. Don't worry about competing, editing skills with Oria. Don't worry about that. Just do a nice little video if you can. And even if you don't know what to do with it, just drop it by the school Monday morning, leave a note on it, and we will get it up on the site and get it back to you. If you've got other skills and can do something fun and fancy, by all means, knock yourself out. But let's get this thing seated. I need everybody, please, to do a little video Sunday or Monday so that this thing, we need to raise the Ruach. It's got to start with us. So. And Monday morning at 8:15, we'll join. We're going to start. We need to get the communications line open. I need to do a better job of that. So at 8:15 on Mondays, we're going to have a quick meeting every week from now to the end of the March 30th. And you don't have to be there. I don't expect everyone to be there live in person. Here's the phone number and a PIN. You can call in from wherever you are. And I don't expect these to be really, really long. Hopefully, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, just for all the leaders to check in, identify what the questions are, identify the things that have to happen that week, and we rock and roll. All right. So if you have any questions, something doesn't make sense, you think I'm crazy, send me an email, give me a call, put the live meeting on your calendar for January 19th, and please make a video this Sunday. Please have it ready. Oh, that's wrong. Please have it ready by January 11th, not January 19th is what I meant. And that's it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful whatever it is.